videos made by AI getting out of hand, and an individual has had altercations with a leprechaun, along with video evidence of a supposed Bigfoot charging at someone. In today's video, we're going to be reacting to the latest strange and bizarre clips that I could find on TikTok. Let's get into it.
Take him back! Take him out! Take him out now!
In 2013, Erica Jenkins, along with her brother Nico Jenkins, came up with a plan. They used two women, Erica and her cousin, to lure these two men from Omaha to what they thought was going to be a fun night with the girls. Didn't realize they were being driven straight to their deaths. The victims, Jorge Ruiz and Juan Pena, were taken to a park where Nico showed up with a shotgun. He shot both the men, point blank, robbed them and left them for dead in the back of his truck. Erica helped plan it all and even called Nico right before the murders to signal that it was time to do so she was definitely in on it. Police later found Erica's phone pinged right at the murder scene, and a phone linked to her under one of the victims. She was convicted for conspiracy and robbery, while her brother went down for 4 murders and actually landed on death row.
I looked in to see why he was doing all this, why they did all of this, and I could not really find any information out as to why they were doing all of this crazy stuff. And he probably should stay behind bars, along with everyone that's associated with him. That's crazy.
What does your sleep paralysis demon look like? You don't know? Well, you better get some cameras because this one looks like this. I actually have 3 photos of a sleep paralysis demon. This one you can actually see the outline of its leg. It doesn't have a head, but it's clearly on top of this man looming over him as he sleeps. This one's more of like a blob. I do kind of see a face in this one. It's really creepy, whatever it is. And then this next one is the creepiest. It actually looks like it's crawling over top of this person. This one and the previous one were actually taken in the same bedroom 8 months apart. And of course, this person experiences extreme sleep paralysis, cold sweats, waking up at 3 a.m. every night, and he finally caught the culprit on his bedroom camera. So if you're experiencing any of this, maybe you should set up a bedroom camera yourself. You might be surprised what you catch. If you like paranormal content like this, don't forget to like and follow for more.
Hey, her vocal fry was not that bad today. And again, I'm not really sure if she's getting these pictures from the people or if she's just finding them online and coming up with the stories behind it. But if I would have set up a camera, if I was having these problems and that's what I would have seen, then I would try to figure out how to get that exorcised. That would be absolutely terrifying to see. Again, I'm not sure if that's a real photo, just the overall thought of it would be pretty terrifying. To me though, this photo kind of looks like just someone moving really fast while they're on the furniture with them. And honestly, some of those photos looking back at them might not even be safe photos to put on YouTube. That might not be ghost or sleep paralysis demons at all. I'm personally not a huge fan of recording myself while sleeping, but if I was suffering with something like this, I probably would.
There is a thing about a guy who used to work in the Navy in the 70s. They place an acoustic sensor device all throughout the ocean floor in the certain areas. This was to map the ocean floor, detect submarines, and find other anomalies and stuff. It says one of the contacts while in the Navy who worked on the ASW team who was responsible for monitoring the sensors and everything. They would discuss underwater submersible objects that detected that would travel at thousands of miles per hour underwater.
What are you talking about?
He said they also have detected various structures underwater that are active and that they stay clear of. And so those might be like volcanoes or whatever,
Okay, yeah.
but they're detecting actual anomalies
This came
underwater.
out recently?
This is a report from a guy that worked in the Navy in the 1970s.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was in the 70s? They were tracking this stuff?
When they placed the sensor devices in on the ocean floor.
That is so
Yeah.
cool.
So,
you know how you get stoked about space?
Yeah.
I get stoked about the ocean.
Well, those are probably like alien stuff, though.
Yes!
Oh,
They're meeting.
dude, the ocean freaks me out way more than space.
I think that this is actually an older video of theirs. It says that they just recently uploaded it 4 hours ago, but I'm pretty certain I've seen this a year or so ago. Looking into it, it was mostly determined to be hydrothermal vents, but there was still a lot of unknown anomalies that is yet to be discovered as to what they could have been. I'm really surprised we have not done further research on some of those things. I have always wondered why we never focus more on the ocean than we do space. For some reason, they are more fixated on space than the ocean.
Oh, the tree fell. David, the tree just fell.
You all right?
Hold on.
I saw it, guys. That thing charged at me.
I heard something. This is new.
Yeah, look at this.
It's fresh too.
Been no storms of this caliber. You know what it did? It hopped this, went under and or that way and on.
Look, the tree's still shaking.
It's left. Look at that. Look at this. See that break
Yeah.
on the tree? Y'all heard it, didn't you?
Yeah, it sounded like something
Dude,
was
it charged
charging.
right at me. I saw a shadow figure and then it ran off this way.
Man, there was no Bigfoot in this video. Now, I'm not sure what these people were doing out there in the first place. I'm assuming that they're people that try to capture a Bigfoot or at least film them. As far as content goes, that's just an assumption. I'm not saying that is what this is, but I would think that if that is the case, that all these guys would have recording equipment. They would be recording every second so that they could capture everything. So for just only one guy to have it, and then that there's this story that there was a shadow creature that charged at this guy, now there's a broken tree and all this, I don't know, man. Hey, if you haven't done so already and you're enjoying the show, give it a like. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. I upload a video like this every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. And for everyone that's watching and or subscribed, thank you so much for supporting the channel.
This is why you should never go to the death zone on Mount Everest. The death zone is an area on Mount Everest where there is no escape. It is above 8,000 meters, which is the equivalent to above 26,000 feet. And at this area, you're getting only 1/3 of the oxygen your body would be getting at sea level. So the oxygen in the air is so low you can't survive. It's a really strange phenomenon where you're alive, but your body starts deteriorating at the death zone. Like your cells break down, your muscle tissue is wasting away, and your brain and your lungs struggle to function. It's negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit here, and frostbite can often occur in literally minutes. On top of that, the weather is so unpredictable. There are random storms, there are high winds, and it's really hard to see, so it makes it really hard to navigate and be able to survive. So even if you're the most experienced person, the most prepared person, something can happen that you weren't predicting, and everything can go south. Another thing you need to consider is that every single movement your body makes requires like way more effort. So simple actions like clipping a rope or unzipping your jacket are so difficult to do up there, like practically impossible. And then on top of that, it's really hard to save you. Helicopters can't safely operate at those altitudes. And most climbers barely have the strength to help themselves, let alone other people that need rescuing. And that's why so many people unfortunately don't survive up there. Climbers typically don't spend more than 16 to 20 hours in the death zone or they will not return. Let me know if you would ever climb this and follow for more freaky.
Nah, I really do not believe that I would ever try Mount Everest. And that one lady, she could barely breathe, her face looked burnt. Not a pleasant time just for the title of saying that you've climbed Mount Everest. I like camping and hiking, but not to that extent. But let me know, would you ever try the climb of Mount Everest?
So it turns out that the Nazis got this right again. They knew what Hyperborea and Agartha actually was, and that's why they were so interested in building monsters that could go and fly up north and make it past the atmospheric barrier that kept all these other regular wooden ships out of the floating city of in the sky, also called New Jerusalem and the land of Jesus. And this is why we see on the German flat earth map from World War II, their version of all the continents of Earth is a little bit different than what we see on the United Nations approved map of the Earth that we use. It shows other lands up north like Hyperborea with the land with 4 rivers in between it and divided into the 4 corners of the Earth. But we also see other lands in like the Pacific and Atlantic Ocean, like Atlantis and Lemuria, that no one even knows about because they're hidden from our maps. But this German map is actually a reflection of the moon, which I know we've already talked about before. But they believe that the moon acted as a reflection in the sky that showed all of the lands on Earth in a X-ray vision imprint on top of the moon.
This guy is on a whole nother level, and I really hope he's not saying that that map that he is showing is actually an old map. Just in case anyone was wondering how that map was made, it was made using a website called Inkcarnate. I know because I also use that website to make maps myself, and it's clear as day that's from Incarnate. So to say that that's their flat earth map from World War II, I am assuming that he's saying that that's a reference to it, but he does not say that, so I don't know about this guy.
This is an interesting witness account, and listen to what he has to say, listen to his tone, how serious he is, and I actually believe him. His name is Richie from Pennsylvania, and he thinks he's had an encounter with a leprechaun. Now, it was several years ago, and he's finally coming forward with his story. Like I said, a lot of people in his situation are now coming forward with their stories and are willing to share the weird, paranormal, supernatural things that they've encountered or experienced. Listen to what he has to say, comment below, tell me what you think.
2024. It's around 11:30, 11:45 at night. I get a FaceTime call from my mom. My mom doesn't live in the country, so every time she calls me, I make sure I answer. So I'm on the phone with her. We chopping up. I was asking her how long was her flight, and she's like, "Oh, it's good. I'm in Alabama right now." I'm like, "Oh, all right. We'll tell my uncle." And then I said, "What's up?" At the same time, my doorbell goes off. Somebody pushes my doorbell. So I don't answer my doors. I go right to my cameras. So I go to my cameras, like this thing right here, y'all. Like I can look at my cameras through that. And on my telephone. Like I said, I was on my telephone, so I went to the wall and I was using the monitor. I didn't see nobody. I'm looking for like a person, you know, a regular sized person. I don't see nobody. Next thing I know, I look down and like to the left and to the right, and there is a man. This is not a man, y'all. I swear to God, on my kids, on my mama's life, there's a leprechaun on my front steps. This nigga had on a suit coat. He had on pants, boots, and a fucking hat. My mom was like, "Who's that little man outside on your steps?" I'm like, "Man, I don't know who this is, but he don't look right." So my uncle took the phone and was like, "Man, that look like a gnome." I said, "A gnome? What the f*** a gnome?" I said, "Oh, okay, a gnome." I said, "Nah, this nigga ain't got no pointy hat. This nigga hat look like it's a fitted." I'm not lying to y'all.
I'm assuming he never actually answered the door to see what it truly was. That could have just been someone with dwarfism needing directions or something. He does sound serious, but if it was on his door cam, it should have at least saved a video if he accessed it, if it's like a ring. So there should be a video somewhere out there of this encounter. Let me know what you guys think of this one.
One of the craziest things I ever learned about sleep is that the amount of time you sleep is actually less important than having a consistent sleep schedule. So having a regular sleep schedule, going to bed at the same time or roughly the same time and waking up at roughly the same time is a better predictor for your health and all-cause mortality than the amount you sleep. Now, don't get me wrong. Obviously, the amount of hours you sleep matters, but what this means is that if you have an inconsistent schedule, you're changing. Sometimes you're going to bed at 10 p.m., sometimes it's 2 a.m., sometimes it's midnight, and you're waking up at different times, there's a higher probability of you dying of basically any kind of regular cause that would happen in your body than if you're getting less sleep. That blows my mind. Get a sleep schedule. Don't let your weekends completely ruin it every single time. and try to wake up and go to bed at the same time.
I mean, yeah, overall, that just makes sense to me. I mean, I struggle with sleep, but I still have a sleeping schedule. Though I have to say, if I did not have a physical job, it may change my sleeping schedule. But overall, pretty good advice. It definitely makes sense to me.
Okay, these Sora AI videos are actually getting out of hand. Not only do we have Jake Paul converting to Islam in one video, and then coming out as gay in the next.
An announcement in 3, 2, 1. I'm gay. I hope every here supports me.
But now both the daughters of Martin Luther King and Robin Williams are having to go as far as to beg the public to stop sending them AI videos of their fathers. Zelda Williams said that this is not what our father would have wanted, and these people are not making art, but rather disgusting overprocessed hot dogs out of the lives of human beings. MLK's daughter said, "I concur concerning my father, please stop this." Because, for context, Sora literally allows you to recreate MLK's world famous "I have a dream" speech into this. But it doesn't stop there, because this week major content creators now also speaking out against AI and Sora. Mr. Beast said that these were scary times and expressed concern on how this would impact millions of creators. Casey Neistat said,
"My analysis, we are so completely..."
And the YouTube channel Kyrgyzstan, in a nutshell, that has almost 25 million subscribers, they posted a video last night titled "AI Slop is Killing Our Channel." But where does this even end? I mean, Casey Neistat asked his own team if they would get sick of it, and they said this.
But you don't think people are going to get sick of the fact that it's AI?
No.
What does this say for the future?
It's over.
Yeah, it's over. Some people say it's a good thing, that it democratizes creativity, similar to how social media democratized entertainment and gave the power to the individual so that they can one day compete with the likes of Hollywood. But others, like Robin Williams' daughter, say stop calling it the future. AI is just badly recycling and regurgitating the past to be reconsumed. You are taking in the human centipede of content, and from the very, very end of the line, all while the folks at the front laugh and laugh, consume and consume. So the question is, chat, are we cooked?
When it comes to this Sora 2 stuff, it is so crazy. I even personally, because I have access to Sora 2, attempted to see how far you could push it with the likeliness of celebrities or people of the past. It will not let you, and it will specifically say why, and it's because of the likeness. And I have a feeling I know how people are working around that. I have a feeling people are using an image of this person. We'll use Michael Jackson here for an example, and they're saving that image on Sora and calling that image the creator of that Sora account. So for example, if I created an account and call it Dominic, but for my profile picture it's a image of Michael Jackson, Sora is going to use my profile image as Dominic, but everyone knows that person as Michael Jackson. For example, the video of Martin Luther King jumping and screaming, you can see the prompts, and the prompts say have him jump up and down and scream super aggressively like a monkey. Nowhere in the prompt says Martin Luther King or MLK. So my guess is the person that created that Sora account used MLK's image as their profile, so now Sora just automatically assumes that that's that person. They're not even recognizing it as being MLK. You don't even need to prompt MLK because your profile image is him. And I'm pretty certain that's how people are getting around it. Now, me, myself, I've actually put myself on Sora 2. I do not have myself public, but if people are interested and they want to play around with Sora 2, I could turn mine public and let people make some wild memes of me. I really do not care. But in the case of sending these videos to the individual's daughters or kids or even families or relatives, that to me does draw the line. That is in poor taste. Even if of a video of Robin Williams means well, to send it to his daughter, that's not okay in my opinion. And that's really what they're addressing. They're just like, stop sending me all of these videos of our parents saying these things or doing these things. It's just not them or how they would want it done, and I understand that completely 100%. But as far as making really funny memes or being really creative with the memes that you make out of it, I think it's completely fine. And I personally have had a fun time playing around with Sora. It is cringy. I've had someone say, hey, quit with the AI stuff, it's cringy AF. I agree. That's why I enjoy it. I think it's hilarious. I think it is hilariously cringy, and I'm okay with that. In fact, I'll see if I can add a few of the shorts that I've made with Sora too, just so you guys can see what I've been playing around with. Let me know what you guys think.
I think I might go inside. Nothing can stop. I think I'll go eat some chicken nuggets. Why didn't you invite me sooner?
I'm gonna go check out the lights. I'm really scared. Heck, might as well join the party. No one's gonna believe me anyway. I don't do the probing stuff. $5.28. Never forget.
Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and end today's video. As always, I do want to thank you guys for watching these clips with me. If today's your birthday, happy birthday. And if not, have a good day anyways.